Hello everyone, welcome to our Let's Play series of Sunless Skies. This is Colonel RPG as usual, and I'm very happy that you chose to join me today as we look for Lustrum. We're still looking for Lustrum, and there's that thing, and there's things on our tail. Oh, and there's that thing! Please don't kill me, or do anything to me. Thank you, you're very kind. You're the best. We discovered the remains of an old locomotive. The wreck gleams with frost. Its windows are dark and its engines silent. And we have a 44% chance to succeed. So we're gonna mourn the dead because I need my terror to go away. I'm more terrified than my crew is, and we got that last episode. It's all terrible things. A simple ceremony, and this looks like a dead end. East-northeast. I'm gonna keep going north. Probably shouldn't though. I probably shouldn't, but I know that this thing is a temporary situation. I'm not sure if this actually makes my terror go up faster. I got that impression from that other time. Please don't crash against that. Thank you. Got that impression from that other time where we were pushed away by the winds. Please don't crash. Woo! Woo! We could have autopilot on this stuff. Oh, this is looking tremendously bad. Send the bat out. There's something up ahead. The monsters are just getting out. Yeah, you go. You go. Don't bother me. Don't turn back. Yeah, you're good. Ooh, the wind has given up. Oh, okay. So that's a mining opportunity. Salt of the earth. I'll scavenge you and see what we can do over here. We're terrible at this. Force open the doors of the hold. Let's go with that. Yeah, and we succeeded. 40% success. That is impossible. That is impossible. So let's see what we have. The wreck gleams with frost, as do pretty much all the other wrecks. Your driver holds your locomotive steady alongside the wreck as your crew take turns at the pry bar. Eventually, the bay doors are sufficiently parted to permit the spryest of you to squeeze through. Soon they return. And what's this they have found? It rattles, which means it souls. It is only one. And no person trying to murder me, so I like that quite a lot. Okay, let's see. So if we don't find Lustrum, we'll all die. I'm thinking. Let's send another bat out. It's quite a lot of an investment right there. Nothing to report? Nothing to report. Okay. So it's a little bit of an investment because, of course, of this. Please don't bother me. I have other things to do. Are they peaceful? They might be peaceful. Got another thing to mine. You just can't. We got soundtrack, which might mean we are approaching Lustrum. But if we are, how are we gonna know without the bat? Are we gonna need to just go alongside the edge of the map? Or are we just gonna get lucky? Borges Ridge. We found it. 57 experience. Yeah, this is not looking good. For that east-northeast situation, nope. Also, east-northeast is over there. No, it's not. It's over here. I keep double-guessing myself. Sigils crawl on the ancient ruins like marching ants. Sigils stamp ruins litter the sky. Your crew are agitated, which means this is a bad place to be. Oh yeah, it is a bad place to be. So that's... Yeah, we need to go further. Can't inspect this. We need to go further east from here. And we're just risking it. But we have found a wall, which is good. Because, you know, that will allow us to, I think, also not have too much terror. But more importantly... I see that. Why? What does that mean? What does that mean? The mother of mountains bleeds hours. Can you taste her misery? The repentant devil is curious. I think we might have found something. This is something. It's a port. We found Lustrum, I think. I don't know. I still don't understand what this is. A new port. The crew are relieved to see land, perhaps unwisely. Yes, this is indeed Lustrum. We're all relieved. I'm very relieved. This is good. The frantic, hustling heart of Lustrum, crammed with prospectors, peddlers, and purveyors of essential and occasionally illegal services. Most business takes place here unless you're a dreamer seeking your fortune on the claim fields. Speaking of which, let's give these away. Not give these away, sell them. Supply 5 more. No, that's just how... Oh, right, because there's this one. So they interesting. These guys just owned a bunch of these. This was a previous one, a pending one. That one we're not going to be able to complete because we don't have 9, but we do have 5 for these. An opportunity for fearless captains. Sweet Jane's counting house on Lustrum requires 5 crates of munitions in order to enforce a claim against the Windward Company. Remuneration generous. Lustrum lies to the east-northeast of New Winchester. I think this might have been the original bargain that I was looking for. Let's see. Sweet Jane takes the munitions themselves, hauling the crates into the back room with surprising speed. She refuses to be drawn on why she needs them, but she does throw in a significant bonus when the subject comes up. She does indeed. That's, I think, 10 extra sovereigns, because we got the 600 already just from the... Did we get 600, though? I think so. Is that correct? So that's they sold for a little bit cheaper. They must have. Anyway, we got a little bit of experience, reputation with Attackities, and lost reputation with the Windward Company. I didn't know about I don't know about you. What are we talking about here? We have a barrel of unseasoned hours, but more importantly, we have fuel, because we're going to take that. We're also going to need to look at what we are owing. Oh, we have a lot of missions. We're going to worry about that later. The claim fields... Oh, I didn't... This is cool. The mountain slopes are veined with the unmined hours the enduring empress hungers for. They are dug from the stone as geodes, minutes growing within them like salt. Because they're hours and minute. That's kind of cool. Most geodes are the size of a walnut, but legend says Old Tom, one of the first prospectors, excavated a whole century the size of a whale. The mother of mountains stretches on almost forever, from its snowy peak down through seemingly endless strata of lethal nebula gas. Which might explain what this whole situation is all about in regards to the Sunless Skies situation. Is it a gaseous planet? I don't know if this would be the way it works. I'm pretty sure, like... I'm not sure how it works, actually. Because the thing is, like, a gaseous planet does have an atmosphere in the sense that it's, you know, at what we would consider atmospheric pressure, because you always have that strata of the atmosphere. Because, you know, we have ionosphere and all sorts of spheres around the globe. Any planet, or not all planets have them, but that's what I mean is there's going to be a strata it's going to be a sphere in any planet where we're going to have the pressure, unless it's a planet made of rock, in which case there's no such thing. But if it's made of gas, you're going to have that. You're going to have the gases that have more or less the weight that is required and all this sort of stuff. So, yeah, I'm not sure about the validity or the scientific validity of my conjecture here regarding this being a gaseous planet. I don't know, but it sounds interesting. Let's see, so... oh, yeah, I clicked on a thing, right? Yeah, the mother of mountains stretches on almost forever. On the far side of its cliffs, the Windward Company's machines strip the rocky flesh from the mountain and cast its ore into the perpetual fire of their furnaces. Prospectors from Lustrum have to do everything the hard way, chipping away at their frozen hard-won claims in search of precious hours. I am good. I'm gonna search for a claim, I suppose. Let's hope that I don't increase my terror. It doesn't start well, an aborted journey. Conditions are harsh. The mountain seems to fight your every step. Ropes left behind by other prospectors coil around your ankles. Old boxes of supplies loiter under the snow, ready to trip you. It's almost impossible to tell the difference between one patch of land and another, never mind the value of individual claims. What you need is an hour harker, advises a passing hour harker. He grins. He doesn't have many teeth, but those that remain are capped with gold. Come find me in town if you want. Or not. There's always more of you showing up, eh? Well, apparently I can attempt to climb the mountain. The chances of success are incredibly low, so I'm not going to do that. But I will need to go to town. So we have, oh, we got, yeah, right. Okay, everything seems good. In the bazaar, so I need to go. We don't have normal... No, we do. Okay, there it is. Because they changed names and it confuses me tremendously. So those are the claim fields, and that's where we were. And over here is Lustrum proper. I assume Sweet Jane's counting house. A little accounting... Sorry. A little accountancy firm. It's a firm. It's not that it's firm, it's a firm. Snuggled in the snowy drifts. Sweet Jane oversees everything herself. The transference of funds, the balancing of probabilities, the transport of commodities, the termination of contracts. She's huddled behind her desk, swaddled in a monstrously ugly red scarf. While she fiddles with her abacus with one gloved hand, she heats the other over a little coal fire. Her one good eye focuses on you and she smiles. She surveys you alarmingly. I don't know what alarmingly here means. I assume I'm getting alarmed and not her. Let's listen to Sweet Jane's offer. She limps to the window. Snow batters the window pane. The shadow of the mountain is all but lost in the blizzard. Lantern light means the office of the Windward Company are just about visible. I was raised by the company. Children are faster workers, you understand? Her fingers drum on the windowsill. Such a waste. Where they see men, they see labor. Where they see time, they see chains with which to bind us. But where they see death in the skies, I see victory. And she turns to you and smiles. Bring me nameplates, torn from London's ships. I will see you adequately compensated. London's locomotives. I will do such things as these that you ask. What are they? London dreadnoughts. I'm sure I'm not going to be killed at all. Certainly not by dreadnoughts. She reaches out and touches your hand for just a moment. Hers is ice cold. Thank you. What was briefly a modest, pleasant town on the mother of mountains now runs on increasingly desperate dreams of riches. Fools sell their futures for the chance to mine years from the mountain's frozen sides. Sharper minds sell pickaxes, supplies, and the promise of a warm bed at the end of a bitter day's work. Actually, a bitter's day work. I think that's a typo right there. Oh right, we need to do this absolutely. It's the old saying when there's a gold craze, or what is it, gold craze, how does it go? Like when they find gold, sell shovels, I think is the saying. And I have been using this saying, well, not so much recently, but I have been using it recently because of the now sort of abated crypto mining currency or cryptocurrency mining craze. Yeah, there's a lot. There were a lot of people just propping up a little bit too late to the game, and which is weird because, like, anyway, it had already crashed, and they were like, "Hey, we are gonna teach you how to manage your cryptocurrency." What cryptocurrency? It's already crashed. There's no more gold, sir. Anyway, yeah, it's one of those things. This was the sharper mind sell pickaxe. I love it. So I can write a port report. We're going to go ahead and do that. Ours are the new gold in Albion and the Reach, while Lustrum's fortunes remain. It is of interest to many. So much for the quiet retirement village that used to be here. The rush of prospectors has ripped the civility from the place as efficiently as the geodes from the mountainside. The scars that remain are no less vivid. Fewer and fewer prospectors return with geodes of ours, and the cost of processing them off-site grows every day. Still, for now, Lustrum thrives and offers the promise of riches for any lucky or industrious miner willing to come and risk everything in the snow and the mud. Well, that's one take on the whole situation. You'd expect that the hold that the Windward Company has on the mining situation here might have something to do, or maybe they don't have any hold on that. So let's do one of the two things that we came here to do. Yeah, let's drop off the settler first. You're here. They have arrived at their destination. Whether or not they still wish to be here is another matter entirely. So we're going to encourage my passenger to disembark. Things might have changed while you were in transit. You may not be rewarded as well now. Lustrum sings its own song. The mines ring, the caverns howl, the machines roar. The settler has to be ushered off your vessel by your crew. He won't shake your hand for fear of revealing the circles of nervous perspiration under his arms. He pays you your fare and is off. Which is lovely. I like it. I like it a lot. The settler is no longer in my locomotive. I wonder if we can just pick up more settlers anywhere we want to go. I wonder what is this? You need a charred stovepipe nameplate? Right, because this is another faction and we couldn't turn in our things. Right, I understand. So, let's search for the amenable host's identity. Successful prospectors tend to leave their mark on the mountain. People remember those who were able to leave flush with ours. The locket is passed around the camps of prospectors. Most scratch their heads, others sigh and look away. An elderly prospector approaches carrying her hat in her hands. You're the one looking for old Gray. Long dead. Shot south of the mountain. Wouldn't share his hours. Fool. No point rising high on the mountain if there's no one at the bottom holding you up. You have found no conclusive evidence, but then again, have I not? This is probably the closest, though. You have found, yeah. The closest we've been. And I think that concludes the quest, so much so that we are just now meant to come back. Yeah, we're just coming back, which is good because we have another mission there as well. So we'll explore Lustrum in a little bit. Let's visit the Hanged Man pub, maybe visit the Murgatroyd's golden tea soup. Not soup, shop. Isn't soup another word for a shop that sells soup? Doesn't that work? I thought that worked. Not really sure. Seek a claim of my own. For safety reasons, all claimants must hire a hierarcher to escort them on the mountain. The hierarchers all agree on the importance of this. Well, they would know, wouldn't they? Because it's for safety reasons. Visit the Windward Company. So I'll hire that guy, but or whatever. Let's visit the Windward Company first. Tensions between the company and the Tackities grow by the day. The poison air coming from Windward's processing factory is only the latest insult. The Windward Company was not the first to begin harvesting the mountain, but no other came in harder or faster once the hours were detected. The company began by bribing prospectors to sign over successful claims, and even offering to help process lucky prospectors' hours in their huge factory ovens. But needy men are cheap, and big sticks even cheaper. As the claims began running out, things changed quickly. Now the whole facility is out of bounds. The guard isn't interested in any business you might have. No, she does not know who you are, or care who you may be friends with. This branch is a closed facility, certainly. It's close to you. Which is interesting. I suppose we might need a little bit more reputation with them. I'm not sure I'm going to build that reputation, because I'm working for the Tackities, and this is probably going to be the challenge of working for the Tackities. Because so far it was sort of, it was looking like working against the Tackities would be a bad idea, because the stovepipes are a lot weaker at the beginning of the game. So this is probably the reason why it's not necessarily a bad idea to work for the stovepipes, because these guys hate the tackities. So let's visit the Murgatroyd's Golden Tea's shop. Some come for the fine teas, others for the carefully prepared manila folders underneath the counter. All agree that the scones are divine. I don't know what manila folders are, though. An oasis of London civility and culture in a town with little of either. Melusine Murgatroyd stands proudly behind the display of fresh scones and slightly yellowing cream buns at small wooden tables. Successful prospectors and their significant others welcome themselves to the world of the Nouveau Riche. Nouveau Riche. Yeah. Which, with a... I thought nouveau was the only French word in that expression. I always thought it was nouveau riche. Because riche here means rich. But anyway, the noun, not the adjective. With a spot of afternoon tea, they treat themselves. Pinky fingers stand proud and erect from bone china cups covertly topped up with moonshine. The word erect used there, I love it. I love it. Not because it's not because of any raunchy meaning or anything. It's just that it's not like it's like it's purposeful, right? It's like proud and purposeful. It's more in that sense. It's just that it evokes the image of like that freaking pinky finger, especially me, because my right hand pinky finger can't be it doesn't stretch all doesn't what's the word, it's not straight, right? It doesn't stretch properly. My left hand pinky finger does, but that's because I trained it because I played the guitar. On the right hand it doesn't, because that's my normal pinky finger. It's not trained. And there's some people like me. There's some people that their fingers bend backwards, and I know people like that, and that's just the way hands are. So it's, for me, even more. It's evocative of like purpose, and I'm having my tea over here. So don't you dare question my Londonness. Maybe. I'm gonna enjoy a cup of lovely tea. Maybe. It's not very expensive. I suppose I could do that. Yeah, absolutely. Let's go. A reminder of proper civilization is a thing to be cherished, especially out here in the Reach. And, yeah, Melusine's maids hurry around serving a clientele more used to bellowing at bartenders than sitting politely with exquisitely cut cucumber sandwiches. That's the thing people eat? My God, English people, come on, what are you doing? Eventually, it is your turn to be served. You are invited to choose your preferred blend. Ah, we have Empress's Favor. The taste of home. We have Eleutherian Gold. I have no idea what that is. It looks like tea with the occasional sparkle. That sounds not good. Indulgence Blend, straight from the Blue Kingdom. Let's go with that. I think everything went well. A tea for the true connoisseur. Many French words here that we are having. Connoisseur? How the... I never know how to pronounce it. But that would be noir. No, that is noir. That's from noir. Like Noir. That's the same. French doesn't create exceptions, as far as I know, anyway, to pronunciations. Like, if it's an OI, you always say wa. It doesn't matter. It's like, that's always So, and the R is not pronounced, so you say connoisseur. I guess you can say connoisseur a little bit, but maybe not. I'm pretty sure you can't, actually. Anyway, it doesn't matter. It's for true people that know how tea works. It tastes of dust swept from the darkest corner of a sepulcher. It's best served with a drop of milk, ideally on the very edge of turning. You sip gently. Between sips, a bite of a sugared biscuit to take away the edge. Well, at least nobody's popping their eyes out with spoons. That's good. That's good. Let's see. Which, the thing is, this description is, the milk on the edge of turning is already pretty bad, but this description is probably representative of what it's made out of. And that's my problem right there. Let's speak to Melusine Murgatroyd. Murgatroyd, yeah. She single-handedly runs both the family business and the family Business. Unless you count the small gaggle of overworked and underpaid maids, which Melusine does not. And why would you? The riffraff. Ugh. What is this? Damn it. I don't have words that would be funny for me to say and refer to this small gaggle of overworked and underpaid maids in a way that would sound at the same time demeaning and self-deprecating in this. Well, not necessarily self-deprecating, but at least in the sense that it would be a word that a higher class person would say to demean the working class, if you know what I mean. But at least self-deprecating because it would be self-aware, but I can't say funny things, so I didn't say funny things, and that's me explaining the joke that I was going for. Anyway, let's speak to her and see what she says. She smells. She smells? She smells faintly of burned hair. She tinkers with the latest invention intended to be her ticket out of both this no-horse town, and her father's control. Eyebrows, she confirms, are a small price to pay for scientific process. Oh, she's a woman of invention, then. I'm going to trace spy intelligence with Melusine. That sounds good. I have so many of these, it's kind of ridiculous. But first, let's look at her inventions. Her workshop has slowly taken over the back room of the salon? I don't know. Anyway, the house, the place. An assortment of terrible opportunities. Melusine glows with pride as you examine her mostly untested inventions. The clockwork lens array that offers superhuman levels of telescopic sight, provided you can insert all 6 sharp brass hooks under your eyelids. The internal combustion privy. That's toilet. That's lovely. I love it. Ideal for handling unpleasant waste products. I just heard, like 2 days ago, I heard a podcast about somebody talking precisely about this. And warming, but it wasn't internal. It was, anyway, it doesn't matter. And warming whatever's left of your house after the inevitable explosion. Of course. An automated pickaxe capable of striking Earth 7 times a second. Melusine nods, irritated. Pity about the minor bone-shattering issue. The only thing she won't let you poke at is a twisted arrangement of glassware and electricity in the corner. That's not mine. Not entirely. I'm still working on that. Complicated. You know if you know. If you don't, you shouldn't say. I don't know. Okay. Let's, nobody knows the latest happenings like Murgatroyd. Like a Murgatroyd. And she's always interested in unusual finds. Let's see what I can do over here. Melusine accepts your finds and presents the fruits of her own eavesdropping. Oh. Ooh, that pays for a lot. Savage secrets. I mean, maybe these are better? I don't know. But at least now I know what it does, so if I ever need that, hopefully I'll remember. Madame? No, that's just M. M. Basil Getz, agent, seen heading for Port Prosper. New murmurs of sedition after Windward's latest incident. Assorted snippets from as far as the Blue Kingdom. You make careful notes and file them away for future exploitation. Okay, so we can pay more, but I'm not gonna. So these probably are cheap, the uncanny specimens. I'll just hang on to them because I already have 3 savage secrets, so that's probably good enough. Let's return to the shop. So return to the town. Let's go to the Hanged Men Pub. An embossed plaque under the hastily painted sign reveals this miner's pub to have once been the Empress's Lustrum guest house. Its once fine mahogany tables, I never pronounced it properly, another one that I don't, and chairs are now little but sawdust on the floor and a lingering smell in the fireplace. And with that, that's going to be that for today. I'm Colonel RPG, and this has been Sunless Skies. I really hope you've enjoyed it, and if you did, go ahead and leave a comment, like the video if you want to see the next episode come out sooner rather than later, but above all, thank you so much for watching, and I hope I'll see you next episode. Bye-bye.